All right, then let's get started. Excuse me. Yep, there we go. Hi, my name is Jiung Song, and today I will be presenting about the multi-chain dashboard that I created to help Web 2 developers to onboard to Web 3 and Web 3 developers to easily manage assets and user data distributed along all the multi-chain environments. So this is the index of my presentation. And before we start, me as a gamer, I have been operating a RPG game when I was like 20 years old. And the problem in that was it is really hard to aggregate user data and the user game data and the user asset data because in games, it is crucial to collect user data, and all the operations and all the decisions in game operating has to be based on the user data. So the problem is that, have you ever seen this kind of screen? This is the login screen for next in-game platform. So as you see up there, there's an ID and the password login system. And under there are the social login systems. It means that there are 5 login methods. This means that 5 times a data. The 5 times burden and the 5 times the time to collect data and to analyze it. But this is kind of easy because this is just a social login token when developing in Web 2 gaming. But when it goes to Web 3, it is very hard to track user data if it is on multi-chain. So it is very hard to monitor user data in multi-chain environment gaming system because when the user data is distributed on other chains like such as Ethereum, Oasis, XPLA, or Polygon, then we have to query all the data from all the multi-chains that the data is on and collect it, aggregate it, and we have to consider about the user data again, starting from there. So in multi-chain games, the user assets are distributed along multi-chain, so it is very hard to view, aggregate, and manage user data. So in the traditional way, what the developers would do was first obtain data from ETH from the contract call. Second, obtain like BNB from contract call. Third, Oasis. And fourth, XPLA, ... So we have to do lots and lots of data aggregation, and that's a burden to Web 2 programmers or the game developers. It's extremely hard to monitor, and this becomes a major problem because even experienced developers are having a hard time aggregating the user data, but in the real game ecosystem, not only developers see and aggregate the user data, non-developers also want to see the data. So that becomes a major problem. So tech-focused, so non-developers are having a hard time to see multi-chain user data, and it's not traditional. The traditional game system, like using the MySQL or MariaDB database, it's kind of different because multi-chain data is on the blockchain, not in the traditional database system. So what we propose is to use the EOA. The EOA means that in MetaMask, you can see the user address up there. And actually, in EVM-supported chains, all the EVM-supported chains can share the same EOA through the system. A user can have the same EOA on the Ethereum system. A user can have the same one in Polygon, in BNB, and all other EVM-supported chains. It means that this can make a universal ID or login system through the EVM chain. And then we can make a dashboard to handle multi-chain NFT assets only by using the user EOA. So what I used to build this product is first Infura. Infura provides APIs to collect and aggregate user data through EVM systems. So I used Infura to collect data. And next, I use the React so I can easily develop and continue developing on it with some kind of open source system. So it is contained of 3 systems. First is assets. You can easily see through NFT assets on multi-chain environments. So even non-developers can easily take a look at the assets. And second is tracker. So if you have an NFT collection, then you would like to track it. You would like to know how many NFTs are minted and how many users are using. So yeah, there should be a tracker. And in all the gaming system, when deciding the game data, you have to have the statistics. So we have these 3 things. And when a user puts in the EOA of a user, then the multi-chain dashboard will show all the EVM-based chain data, the NFT assets the user has. And we can see the collections over here, the collection data, and how many users are using it, how many is minted, and other data such as the minting, how much percentage the minting has been progressed. And for the third one, this is on currently making, but we are trying to make more statistics about on-chain statistics, so the Web2 developers or the multi-chain game developers can have a insight of the user data. So for the demo, could you please turn on the YouTube?
A multi-chain dashboard allows users to easily monitor multi-chain game NFT assets. So in EVM chains, all the same EOA can have the same data as the same ID on multiple chains such as XPLA, Ethereum, BNB, and Polygon. So when we input some EOA right here, click on search, then they show us the XPLA and has 1 NFT, Ethereum has 5 NFTs, and BNB has 3 NFTs, and Polygon has 1 NFT. Also, we have the tracker to track the collection. So in XPLA collections, we have Legendary Loot Box, the King Sword, the Mystery Money Bag, and for Ethereum collections, all the same. And the BNB, it has the Gold Loot Box. And we show the mint completion and minted and how many users have minted it. So the game developers and the game managers can easily see how their multi-chain game assets are working. And also, we provide some statistics. It's the XPLA has 5 new users, and this kind of statistics we provided between multi-chains so users can easily integrate it and monitor it throughout the multi-chain environment. And multi-chain dashboard also users.
Yeah, so that is a demo of what I have been developing throughout this hackathon, and I am still on developing this product. And to introduce my team, I am actually solo hacking for this hackathon. My name is Jung Song, and I'm a 6-year skilled Web2 engineer. I am currently working as a Web2 front-end engineer, and I have been making and operating my own game, the RPG Tsukuru. There is a tool called RPG Tsukuru, and yeah, I have been making games with RPG Tsukuru when I was like 20 years old. And for the roadmap, I am actually planning to run a full node on all the EVM supported chains that I will support to have a very specific and good environment. And I am trying to make an asset bridge so the game developers can easily transfer assets, the user assets between multi-chains. And also support non-EVM chains because right now I am only supporting EVM chains because of the idea of the EOA idea. So yeah, at the third quarter, I will connect 4 EVM-based chains, and the test round, I will make the game dev to try our multi-chain dashboard, and I'll publicly release it, and I'll integrate it even more chains. And that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for the multi-chain dashboard. If you have any questions regarding this project, we're ready to shoot away. So does anyone have any questions regarding this project? No? Anyone? All right, we got it up there. Can you give him a mic? Mic, please.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. What do you think your target user of your service? I think there is a little bit of ambiguity of what this product support for a specific value to the user. For example, there is a developers value, or is this product support developers or the users or the chain or games operator?
Actually, this product is aimed for the operators. In game companies, the game operators who need the user data can be developers and can be non-developers. So I am doing it for both of them. The operators who need game data, they are my target users.
Yes, thank you for your answer.
Can I ask you in Korean?
Yeah, sure.
일단 전반적으로 그렇게 어그리게이팅하는 부분에선 되게 좋았다고 생각을 하는데 결국 이제 대시보드의 넥스트 스텝은 이제 이걸 보고 있는 오퍼레이터의 액션 플랜을 이제 도와주는 거라고 생각을 하거든요. 그래서
맞습니다.
여기서 이제 어떤 액션 플랜을 추가하면 좋을지 혹시 생각을 해보신 게 있을까요?
아, 네, 맞습니다. 저희 이제 추가적으로 할 거로는 이제 첫 번째로는 브릿지 시스템 예정하고 있고요. 왜냐하면 멀티 체인이라고 하면 사실 이제 게임 어떤 체인에서 어떤 체인으로 옮기는 과정이 반드시 필요하기 때문에 이제 대시보드를 통해서 유저 오퍼레이터가 이제 쉽고 간편하게 NFT로 옮길 수 있는 그런 브릿지 시스템 현재 기획하고 있고요. 그다음에 NFT 추가 민팅이라든지 아니면 추가 소각이라든지 이제 NFT ERC20 표준 NFT에서 지원하는 모든 기능들을 우선 대시보드 안에다가 넣어서 이제 블록체인을 아무것도 모르는 오퍼레이터들도 쉽게 그냥 원클릭으로 데이터를 매니징할 수 있게 할 예정이고요. 그 다음에 가장 중요한 보안 이슈가 있다고 생각합니다. 그래서 이제 멀티시그 등을 통해서 아직 보안 관련해서는 더 생각을 하고 있는데 이제 유저의 에셋은 중요하니까 함부로 이제 운영팀에서 유저 에셋을 간섭을 할 수 없도록 정말 승인된 운영팀에서만 유저 에셋을 액세스할 수 있도록 하는 그런 보안 시스템을 현재 구상을 해서 대시보드에 넣을 예정을 하고 있습니다.
답변 감사합니다.
I thought that person had the question.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fast. So, yeah, is it open source SDK or library for developers? I think, of course, it's kind of simple, but that's gonna make easy to develop Web3 dApps to newbie developers in the end.
Excuse me.
So, is it supposed to be open source SDK or library?
Oh yes, I am trying to make this open source. I will make the source open, but I will not. I am thinking about the license right now because I have to have some kind of revenue. So I am deciding making it to MIT or like GPL. Yeah, so it is going to be open source, and other developers will be able to help me or develop the multi-chain dashboard together.
Thank you.